we're finally here. 3 years in the making, we finally here.
I didn't even know the major was. Like, man, we ran the city. You know what I mean? We ran the city.
No, that's
Right.
I mean, I was proud that we weren't close to the city.
Nah.
By the dean of high school basketball coaches.
The dean.
I ain't care nothing about Jack, though.
Told the young lady, I said, he definitely married up. You're 27, is that correct?
So it hurt because I'm human,
Yeah.
right?
Rightfully so.
But I'm going to give you more to hate. Just stay tuned.
You gonna get your first one tonight. Give me the rock. Right, we're gonna stop and get some chicken.
Right.
So we laugh about that. You ride with me, gonna get that chicken.
Yeah, right. Did you ever heard that story that the scouts were coming?
Came to
see him.
and saw Willie Mays.
They'll come on Wednesday to catch me.
Team they went to, we don't beat them 4 out of 5 times, so maybe they'll help them out.
Thompson is overtaking Hoover. There's no question that Thompson is taking over.
They got the best blacks and they got the best whites.
Say that it's the show. The show is like doing the commercial break. Birmingham, y'all have missed the show, man. We had the show out there in the lobby.
My 4-5 show.
I'm talking about it's been going down.
I'm sweating.
Coach,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm well.
Well, you said T.I. said you can look me in my eye. Hey, say what? I'm down for whatever.
Never
I'm ready
back
for
down
whatever.
or ran. Never.
Motivation.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mike, that's why, hey,
We should have played it as an intro.
should have.
I'm about to go find it in a minute.
Love and
Motivation.
basketball. That was the episode that you and Mr.
Ward.
Coach Ward was supposed to
Oh,
do.
okay. We
So
were.
that's what I was gonna have.
Oh, okay. So, we'll come back.
We're gonna still have to do that now.
Okay.
We don't know.
Okay. You don't know if you want to have me back? Okay.
I just, this one.
This is just the beginning, too. It's pretty tough.
This one. Woo, boy.
I'm on my best behavior.
Ms. Ward said she want M&M's, all peanut M&M's, blue.
Negative.
That's how she roll.
Negative.
All peanut M&M's, all blue, and no nuts in them.
Coach, Coach told us. He said he was trying to give us a little how y'all met and all that. I want to hear your version. That's what I want.
Ooh, my
First
version.
First of all, let's give her a round of applause for coming up in this thing, Jay.
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it right.
So,
Coach Ward.
You tell me your version. I want to hear that.
My version. It's going to force me to reveal. I am older than Mr. Coach Steve, and so I was working. I was an assistant coach at Alabama A&M.
Okay.
And he was in graduate school.
Okay.
And he was familiar with Hampton University. He saw.
Right, what he said.
His sister went to Hampton, and he saw my tag.
Yeah.
And he wanted to know whose car tag that was. And I guess, they said it's the new assistant coach. And at the time, I don't care if he was in graduate school or not, he was a player, and I wasn't real interested in anybody that was that much younger than me.
Okay.
And also on a team that was at a school that I was coaching on the girls' side. So, but we had got, just good friends over time. And then I think his senior night. So his senior night is when he wanted to speak up and express a level of interest.
Pop his collar.
Yeah. So, that's how we met. We met because I was working at Alabama A&M as an assistant coach, and he was in graduate school.
Okay. So, Coach, you played at Hampton.
I did. I played my freshman year at Old Dominion.
Okay.
Right out of high school, I went to ODU, and then
Now,
I transferred.
What position? What position you playing?
I played 1 through 4, so I played
you got a little height to you,
I played 1 through 4 in college. I did pretty much whatever I was asked to do. I was one of the lone players who every year I was in college, I had a different coach.
Wow.
So from a number of different reasons. But yeah, so I did whatever I was asked to do and had the ability to handle the ball so I could play the point guard position. I played point in high school.
Okay.
As in high school I played the point guard. I had 2 6'3", 6'4" girls on my high school team.
So where are you from?
I'm from Virginia. I'm from Hampton, Virginia. I played for Boo Williams. Yep.
Wow.
Boo is Boo is my mentor. Boo is the reason that we have the Alabama Heat Elite, to be real honest. Boo was the one that got me started. I was really trying to I was like, Boo, why don't you just have a Boo Williams chapter in Alabama? Why don't we just extend that? And he said, no, I'll help you get started and you do your own thing. Okay. And so Boo is actually was why we got started, and he helped every bit of the way for us to get rolling. So it's definitely credit. He's a mentor of mine. He's helped me in a lot of different areas.
That name holds a lot of weight.
It does. That's my guy. That's a good man.
And that's why, like I tell Mike, we always find out something. I would have never known that.
Oh yeah, I'm from Virginia. Yeah, I grew up. I started at 14. I started playing for Boo. Okay. And I think they're doing a special on him, and so I think you'll get to learn a little bit more about him. But I started playing with Boo Williams Summer League and at the outdoor courts. He has a sportsplex now, and that we didn't have that. We weren't as fortunate. We were shooting on the outdoor courts, and if it's windy, the wind taking your shot away. And I play for Boo. I love Boo. I still try to keep in touch, and we talk. And like I say, he does a lot for us from an AAU standpoint in terms of connects and discounts and trying to get Nike paraphernalia and things like that. So he's been a huge blessing to Alabama Heat Elite.
So you leave Hampton, you go to A&M. What all coaching stops have you made?
Oh, no. Right from Hampton, I graduated from Hampton, and I coached at Virginia State University for 2 years. I did Virginia State for 2 years. After Virginia State, I came to Alabama A&M. So that's when. So I left Alabama A&M, and then I went to Howard University for 2 years. And then from Howard University, I came back.
Coach mentioned Howard.
Yeah, I was at Howard for 2 and commuted. So in actuality, we didn't start dating until I left, until it was time for me to leave, because we got, they released Coach Press Parham at the time. He was the head coach, and I was one of the assistants. So, and then so they, let us go as a staff. And so then that's when I left. And once I went to Howard is when Steve and I started dating. So we started. So we were long distance for 2 years, and then from Howard, I got the job after actually he proposed, and I came back to Birmingham. Ooh, how? How did he propose? We had a game. we had a game, and he came to the game. I think we were in North Carolina, and he came to the game, and he, of course, he got a separate room, and he did it up. He had a whole PowerPoint presentation, and he put in some work for that. He got like some old pictures from my mom, and he put together a whole PowerPoint presentation.
Coach Ward.
Yeah. He did that. He did that.
So now you said he had a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, he did.
So you said he did well. So if you grade him on the grading scale, what his grade would be?
Oh no, that was an A+. He caught me off guard, and like I said,
she said yes.
Yeah, you talk about old school pictures, and my mom was involved, and so he
get Mark Dukes in there.
It's over. Especially like I say, when you start seeing pictures that you hadn't seen or didn't.
You have siblings?
I do. I have an older brother and a younger brother. Okay. I do. Yep. Okay. And then, on my mom's side that I grew up with. My father's side, there I have several. I believe it's 9 others. Last that I checked.
Papa was a rose.
Yeah. So, so I do, but I grew up with an older brother and a younger.
Okay.
That's what's up.
So, from Howard, how we get to Birmingham?
like I said, Steve proposed.
Okay.
And I made the decision that, okay, it was one of those things where I prayed about it and God was like, go, so I knew he was going to take care of it moving forward. So I
Have you ever been to Birmingham before coming?
Yeah, I had been to Birmingham before. Never, of course.
So she came for
Yeah. Well, I was recruiting. I did a lot of stuff here. I was recruiting. I had a lot of contacts just from being in the area. From like I said, being at Alabama A&M. So I had, definitely had been. So that was. So that's how I got here, just in terms of after, it was time to get married, made the decision to move here. And then I got the job at UAB. Okay. Audra Smith was the head coach at the time. And I actually knew Audra from Virginia. She played at Virginia with Don Staley. And I had known her from just being in the area, knowing her as a player. And then she got the head job at UAB. So I was able to get in contact with her. And she actually at the time didn't have a position. And then something opened up, came available. And she hired me.
What do you think about the job that Don Staley's doing? Let me see your pen.
Oh, phenomenal. I'm a Don Staley fan. I thought I was going to be the next Don Staley. I love Don Staley so much. It's phenomenal. I think, just in terms of the attention that she's brought to our game and just the success and just, and she cool. She real cool with it.
Cool as a fan.
Yeah. So,
she's on the sideline.
Yeah. So I love it. I love the success that she's had and just the way that it's turned heads and got a lot of people
She got a lot of people interested.
Yeah, want to watch women's basketball.
Yeah. Birmingham. That's Coach JoVanka Ward with no S.
No S. Thank you.
And
just look. That's okay. It's okay. It's just a slight mistake. We're okay.
Like I said, that's Coach JoVanka Ward. We have Orlando Burks and Coach Ava Herndon out in the studio on deck. Coach, we were just talking about Dawn. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Hey, I think Caitlin Clark is a baller, but I also know that there were several ballers prior to Caitlin Clark. If you are watching, again, you watching women's basketball, then you know that, that she a beast, no doubt. She nice. I love the way that now watching her, she's, distributing the ball, things that I think she showed a little bit of when she was playing. But I think now she dominantly of Boston left and right, right now at Indiana. So, but I think she's a great player. But I do know, you start talking, the Kelsey Plums, the Sabrina Ionescu's, the Brianna Stewarts, these other, white girls out here been balling too. So
let me ask, the Plum, she white?
Kelsey Plum. Kelsey, I love me some Kelsey Plum. I don't know what Kelsey.
Like what we were talking about outside.
Kelsey's husband black, so I don't know, but Kelsey got her own swag. She one of my favorite players.
She
so
fly with it.
Yeah, I love Kelsey Plum. Yep.
Now you coached, because I want to deal with this right quick.
Okay.
You coached Hannah Barber.
I did. I trained. I started training Hannah. So when I left UAB after I had my daughter. Okay. So, and at that moment, life was a little different. I kind of started being like, I don't want to do this no more. I was missing my daughter, and so I walked away. That's another step out on faith moment. I just walked away from coaching college basketball after doing it for 11 years. And again, I said, God, you're going to have to do it because I'm missing my baby, know. And so I walked away from coaching college basketball and I got the job at Homewood Middle School. So I went from college
to middle school.
Yeah.
Tell me this.
Yeah. But what's crazy? I had a squad. I had a squad at Homewood Middle School. Those kids, and it was just fun. And that was my first time mom. So I was, trying to figure out how to be a mom. And really at the end of the day,
that probably was a good choice then.
It was a blessing. At the time, of course you had, different people who were kind of like, you middle school, you took a middle school job. And I'm going to tell you right now, nothing was more important than my family. So making that decision, and that was a sacrifice, but God blessed me. I was completely rewarded for making that big jump, and it was fun.
That was your first time coaching kids that age?
No, I mean I've done camps and you do all types of stuff when you're coaching college basketball, running camps and things like that. But I went middle school.
You coach Hannah.
Yeah.
And because I had been around her a little bit in some training sessions, so she had.
So now for the new kid, Jay, please tell me who is Hannah, because I'm not from here.
I just brought up Caitlin Clark. So this is a little white girl that went on to play at Alabama.
What? So but she's from Birmingham.
She played at Homewood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
fill me in.
When you play certain teams, because I'm like Hannah wasn't your typical white girl. She had a little swag about her.
She did. Yeah.
She was.
Hannah was a worker, and I think that's one thing that why like we were out there talking a minute ago. I don't take credit for any kids. I don't tote and brag about my role in there, because Hannah I started training Hannah. She might have been fourth or fifth grade, and I'm sure she had been working with other people, but you could leave the gym and Hannah's going to another gym to work on everything that we just worked on. Wow. So you can,
That's
she
crazy,
was no joke. So Hannah was a worker, and she had a really high IQ, and she also had this thing that she wanted everybody that played on the floor with her to be better. She wanted to see them succeed. So extremely unselfish.
Well, she couldn't help but be a good player.
Yeah, she was special. I think her kind of be that point guard on that team. Right. That when we won, I think it was a lot to do with her, but she wanted everybody to be successful. And that's what made that team as a unit special. So so she was, like I say, she was a worker. She gonna get it done on her own.
When y'all would play certain teams, did you see the vigor? The intensity when they say, "Okay, I see a little white girl with the ball." I mean, were they coming?
You know what? I can't necessarily say I saw that, but I do know as a player who's very competitive, that when I played, if they got a little white girl that's nice. I'm trying not to get done, so I think that's a natural thing that happens for competitors. So to say that I witnessed anything extra, I mean, at the end of the day, you talk to coaches and you talk, I got relationships with all these kids, so they would say they hated, for her to frown, but to say that I witnessed or, was a part of, no, I mean, I just, it being competitive, definitely, but, nothing intentional, that I can remember. I mean, I just, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm coaching my team and, but I can't say that I saw or witnessed, and she might feel it a little differently if this was her, but, no, I can't. I can't say that I, personally witnessed them trying to get her.
And with Caitlin, they like, okay, I see a girl picking up 96 feet.
Yeah. But I think it's just being competitive, So definitely saw, instances where, they didn't want to get crossed, didn't want to, maybe a hard foul here and there, but nothing, I think truly malicious.
Right. So your stay at Homewood, brought you a state championship.
Yeah, I was blessed. I had a really good, like I said, that team was full of some very talented kids. Hannah, Leah Roberson, Asia Wayne, Shelby Hardy, Kayla McCullough, Cassidy Crawford, Kalia Cunningham, Tori Webb. I mean, it was a squad. They were. And they were tight, but it was a very group of talented kids that they played, and actually they played AAU for us for the Alabama Heat. So that was
So, but you couldn't coach them that.
No. So how that worked, and that's how Steve actually got drug into coaching AAU, is because I was at the middle school and I was coaching them at the middle school, and when I was they were younger, and it was. No issues. But then once I got the job at the high school, I could not coach them. And he was already, helping out. And I was just like, babe, I need you to, you might have to, and he was like, no, I can't coach no girls. And I'm like, yes, you can. Like, he was like, nah, I can't. He just thought that, coaching girls would be a little different. So he had to get a little adjusted, to recognizing that, they ball players, So he's still a little different with girls than he is with his, with his own players. Yeah, and that's understandable. But yeah, so I had the opportunity to get to know them, which is, I think, something that's huge in our success was the fact that from a parent standpoint, from a player standpoint, I didn't have to convince them of who I was. I'm a good coach. They knew me, so relationships were established, and that made it kind of smooth to have to coach for the most part. I think, we had some ups and downs, but it was that transition I definitely think helped for our success that I did get to experience when I was at Homewood.
All right, we're gonna get to this AAU thing in a second. Birmingham, that's Coach Ward.
Coach Ward in the building.
But I'm gonna ask you one more question before we get to AAU and your invention of the Alabama Heat Elite.
Okay.
Do you regret leaving Homewood?
No, I can't regret anything when God tells me to go. Okay. I can't. Yeah, so that was something that I prayed about before doing. Homewood was great to me. I won't even say good. They actually spoiled me. They set the foundation for a lot of things and expectations, but I had an opportunity to advance, and I think that's one of the things. A lot of people, for some, didn't know where I came from, so didn't understand, my bachelor's is sports management and athletic administration. I wanted to, get some administrative experience. And so Thompson came, and I had the opportunity to go to Thompson and be the assistant director of athletics at a really large, at a 7A school. So I was assistant AD and girls and the head girls basketball coach. So that was an opportunity that I was afforded. So no, I can't say regret. I mean, I think, again, anytime, I don't kind of just make decisions by the seat of, flying by the seat of my pants. So.
Well, I was speaking with a coach last night, and they were saying if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
So, I know you have built some tremendous pillars over there at home.
Yeah.
So I was just, was wondering that. Alabama Heat Elite.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Coach Boo Williams had a big
huge
part.
Yeah.
So what made you want to do it, though? I mean,
here's the funny thing. I didn't. So Homewood, we started off as we were the Homewood Heat. The only reason that we started the Homewood Heat was to try to get more girls in Homewood playing basketball. So that was the goal, was to give more opportunity and get some more girls. And actually, Mr. Blake is one of my parents. Sarah Blake was one of my players, and Thomas Blake was her dad. He actually was the brains behind Homewood Heat. So him and I, definitely got together, and he asked input, but he was Homewood Heat. But then when it got time to be on a larger scale, where we were not just local and doing things, just here in Birmingham and surrounding areas, that's when we dropped the Homewood Heat, and that's when I said, that's when I reached out to Boo and wanted it to be bigger, and wanted to figure out how to make it bigger, what to do, what resources, did I need, and how could I, make it something that was national, where we traveled and we left the state of Alabama.
Right.
Yep. So that's how Boo had an influence in that. He helped me get off the ground and get out of Birmingham for the most part. So yeah.
Okay. Now, when you guys started that first year, how many teams would you say you had?
Oh man, I think we might have had 2 teams. We've had 2 or 3, and I was coaching both. I was coaching the 6th grade and the 8th grade. Well, Steve and I both. So we were small. We weren't, like I said, we were just, trying to get more kids in Homewood playing. And then once it was time to branch, man, we went from fourth grade to 11th grade, and depending on the year, we had 2 11th grade teams. So we had 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So we've we've had 9 at our largest. We've probably had about 9 teams.
9 teams.
Yeah.
At one time.
At one time, yeah.
So how many coaches? I mean, y'all couldn't not coach.
Yeah, no, we weren't. We were finding different people who were interested in coaching. And at the time, like I said early on, you're just like, hey, who wants to help, and we weren't paying our coaches. Of course, we have always taken care of their certifications and things like that, and definitely they don't pay to eat, and if they're traveling, we making sure we're covering their gas and expenses like that. But we just were finding, we had help and people who wanted to coach, who loved kids, and who shared our same vision of just trying to help. So we, like I say, we've again had some ups and some downs with different coaches, and it being working out and not working out, but that's all part of it. When like I say, when you're trying to do something and it's going to really benefit kids, that's part of it. You have the ups and the downs.
Birmingham, that's Coach JoVanka Ward. Folks said y'all making a lot of money out this thing.
That is a misconception.
Come on, talk to me. What are your thoughts there? Because I want to know, is it a lucrative venture or is it just a labor of love?
It is it's a labor of love. Like Steve and I, we don't make money off of AAU. Our kids, we don't even, every player on every team, they're not even able to cover their fees. So it's not a matter of, we can't get to a point where we're trying to make money off of it when all we're doing is splitting what the entry fees are going to be amongst the number of players. And so if you do that and everybody doesn't pay, then we come out of our pockets way more than we would like, but again, we trust that we're going to be blessed and that we're going to just keep trying. Again, every year we've gotten better, with because initially, like I said, when Hannah and we had Asia, we were going to Virginia. We get in the charter bus and we stopped that Virginia trip. It's because it's expensive. So it's like I say, each year we got better, but at the end of the day, we're still trying to give the kids exposure, put them in front of college coaches. But absolutely not for the people that believe it's a moneymaker. That's not true.
One more question.
Yeah.
Your daughter, have she played basketball for you?
My daughter. So that's the other thing. Like some people have other motives. Like they're coaching their children, and no, my daughter.
So y'all got an altruistic.
Man, my baby, I love her.
How old is your baby?
She's 16. 16, and she is.
Now I don't want to sound stupid, but she plays basketball.
She does not play basketball. She plays soccer, and she's a goalie.
That's a tough position.
Right. Why?
So what year is this for her coming up?
She will be a junior.
Okay.
She'll be a junior next year. Okay. And she's been playing soccer since she was maybe 3 or 4 years old. And we tried basketball. Don't get me wrong. Come on now. Question. We tried. We definitely tried.
I should respond.
No. She wanted no. Like I said, she played one year rec, and that was like which amazes me. I tell this story. The ball, like she was tall, always been pretty tall, and she was, the ball would come down and she blinking real hard, ducking, and I'm like, put your hands up and grab the ball. And now she tackling folks as the goalie, so it's just amazing how. But that's her thing. That's her thing. Mm-hmm. But no, my baby plays.
You and Steve never said, okay, you playing basketball.
Oh no,
and that's what it is.
You got to think about it too. If she's playing and we're both coaching, that would be tough also. So God knew what He was doing. He put her in something that we could get to, that wouldn't conflict. So it worked out.
So good.
Coach Christina Watson said J-Dub. She said hello.
What up, Wasso? That's one of my.
It's Ward's with the S on it.
It is Ward, singular.
Birmingham. That's Coach JoVanka Ward. Mike, let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
Our 3 guests. Mackenzie has played.
I'm educated right now.
For Coach Ward.
She did.
Also played for the Gators. We bringing in O, and Chip has played for the Gators as well as for the Fusion for like a few tournaments. So these 3 are near and dear to my heart.
Okay, now I see why we got y'all.
Yeah, that's the behind the scenes.
So and I see Coach Watson on here. Mackenzie played for the Gators.
Yeah.
And our season was over. And you guys talked and was like,
Waso, she's a great coach.
Yeah.
So she's one that came over with us. And again, loves the game. So that was, I'm not even gonna lie, it wasn't a hard sell to get her because she loves it, So, and then she had the opportunity to coach kids that she had already had a relationship with. So yeah, Waso was so good in AAU. I had to hire for my staff. But yeah, she loves it. So and that's what I was saying. When you find people who just absolutely love it and have a heart for it, it's easy. It's not a lot of convincing and. But again, you try to definitely take care of them if they're going, coach with you. But it was easy. So she's near and dear to my heart as well. So I don't have you can't say no wrong about my white soul.
There you go.
That's what's up.
There you go. Birmingham, Coach JoVanka Ward. Coach, how are these parents different? What year did you start that Alabama Heat Elite? Let me get that.
I would say we're now probably 2012. So I started right after I left. I was at UAB from 2004 to 2009, and then for 2 years I was with the Roadrunners. So I coached with Coach Bell. Yep. So and then after the 2 years with Coach Bell, that's when we started. Homewood Heat, and then we, like I say, moved on.
Coach Bell.
Yeah.
Never met a stranger.
No, sir.
So how are these parents different from, say, back then and now?
I have a different philosophy when it comes to parents, and this is just from maybe my college experiences. Is that at the end of the day, I think you do have to try to establish a relationship. I think you do talk to. I think there's some things that you, of course, parents, shouldn't be involved in, and you're not telling me what type of plays I need to be running for your child. But your input on, you know your child best. So to have, conversations and different relationships, and of course always having boundaries and letting them know pretty much, and that's me. I'm a straight shooter, So for the most part, you're not gonna really have to guess or try to figure me out. And I think, as being direct and upfront early, with the parents is the best way to be. So I've been consistent with that, trying to really be as forward and direct with parents, open and honest early. I think the rise of social media and things like that have changed parents a little bit. And I still think, though, that you try to, have relationships and try to talk to them about whatever, it's like I say, some of their concerns can be legit. Right. But we don't, we try to, I think with every year we've gotten better. So we don't, pile a whole lot of players on one team. That them summer games aren't as long. Right. So you can't have a whole lot of numbers. So like I say, with every year we've gotten better, and we've tried to, address parent issues early at the beginning. But that's what I think for the most part, as long as you are direct up front early. But if I had to say the difference, it would probably be social media and what social media has created in terms of how kids are viewed and their rankings and exposure and things like that. I think that that has kind of slanted and changed parents a little bit.
Y'all throw some hearts up for Coach J. Y'all throw some hearts up.
Coach, you see all the stuff now on social media. You got the fans jumping on the referees. You got the coaches. What are you, as the director of your program, what are you saying to parents, coaches, kids? Just about that whole sportsmanship thing. And what's that spiel like?
One of the things I try to do, I try to bring all my experiences that I've had as a college coach. I try to present that to parents and players for them to understand what you look like, what they see, and if in fact your goal is for your child to play in college, I just point out those things that they shouldn't be looking at you during games. They shouldn't be talking to you during games, because now coaches are also evaluating that. They're seeing that. So, and again, some kids, are just, their parents' voices are the most familiar. So they're gonna, some of that's gonna be hard. Natural. It's hard. Yeah. And I know, and some of it is just, I think from parents, you have to understand, we get parents, and they've been doing whatever they've been doing for years with their kids, you know, elementary, middle, high school. So to try to change, some of the things that, that they've been doing for a really long time, some of that's not going to change. You can try to, like I say, you can try to just talk to them about, what it looks like, the positives and the negatives. So I just try to talk to kids about all of that, just, their behavior, body language and things like that. And all you can do is talk to them.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. So you got a kid that comes over or that's on the team.
Yeah.
And they've had a killer school year.
Yeah.
But they get in and they're not as successful as they had been in school ball. Right. But they're still trying to shoot as much as they. How do you manage that?
Yeah, that's those are real conversations, and I will not shy away from real tough conversations. And I tell kids, this team is different. You don't have to shoot the ball as much. And I tell them sometimes, even if this is habit, you look selfish, and coaches aren't looking for selfish players, and especially the position that you play. If you're a point guard, 20, 25 shots in AAU, baby, that's a bit much, that's too much, So I think those are real conversations. I have been, people have told me, and my players, kids that play for me, I'm very direct. So I have them. I have those conversations, and I don't ever mean to
shy away from.
No, I don't. I try again. I just think it's best. One of the things that I think, what God has placed on me is I'm to make you better than the way I found you. Gotcha. And if I hide the truth, sugarcoat the truth, I'm doing you a disservice. So I just try to be as honest and upfront with kids, and I just tell them just the truth, So and I just try to. They have to be able to understand that even though they are the heavy lifter on their high school team, this team, a few more of these kids were the heavy lifters, and y'all have to learn to play together. So these are real conversations, and that's pretty much how I go about it.
I think a parent can appreciate a coach that is straight up with their kid and the parent. Yeah. I don't see much of that, though.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Somebody said something, Jay?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right.
What's the problem?
Y'all done knocked Jay off his seat?
Yeah.
What's about that? Yeah. Coach. Handlers.
Huh? Handlers.
Let me look for
the
this.
folks that are actually, because we had transfer gate last summer, right?
Okay.
With high school stuff.
Yeah.
But you got, from what I'm hearing after talking to the coaches, behind the scenes type stuff, and now you got NIL and all this stuff going on. What actually what are you guys dealing with? Because I know we just had a conversation out there. You got kids jumping from team to team, and and they're not handling it in the right manner. I've actually been at a tournament, saw a kid play for two different teams in the same weekend.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts there?
It's difficult it's funny, like you said, me, Ava, and Lando were just talking about this. So we are not a sponsored team, So that means there's no brand attached to us. There's no Nike, there's no Adidas. So we're just independent. We still go to the same, several of the same tournaments that a lot of the big name sponsored programs are going to. So we run into kids wanting to leave and go to what they think is a Nike team, or whatever, Under Armour. We run into that, and because somebody has told them, that it's better on that side. So we run into that. So different people have different views about different programs, but we like I said, our goal is to take the kids to these events and put them in front of coaches. We played, I believe she may be number one, if not number two, Sarah Strong. Last summer my kids were playing against Sarah Strong, and everybody, my friends, I got several friends that are still coaching college.
Right.
UConn, LSU, South Carolina. Like, my kids are playing in front of them, those same, those coaches, because Sarah Strong, we played against, like I said, Sarah Strong. So it's just, again, if kids are listening to a number of different people, tell them they need to, play with this program, then those handlers and those people that are advising kids, they get them and they take them, somewhere else. And we've also had kids that leave and come back,
we'd actually asked that question out there. So you just take it a case by case if you take that kid back.
You don't, I don't try to just, hard line in this thing.
Like,
you're like, you coming back.
So we good.
Yeah.
Especially if we start winning or keep winning without you.
Yeah. It's it is. It's case by case, and it's because again, when you start talking about having relationships with kids, it's one of those things that you hope to teach them something through the wanting to leave and possibly come back. You hope that you can talk to them about those things, and you can just pretty much express to them, how to go about, making decisions, and if something was a good look, not a good look, loyal. You just try to teach them lessons in the process as well.
Birmingham, that's Coach JoVanka Ward. Coach, we're gonna get you out of here on this one. How much longer? How much longer you want to do this?
That's a good question.
AAU? You said AAU?
Yeah.
It's funny. Me and Steve and I, there are times where we're like, man, it's it. We tired. We're done. Because, but it just depends. I want to continue to help kids as long as I can, and make sure that, we're that space, for kids that if they, again, we try to have a family atmosphere, and Steve and I both, we don't have any other motives behind doing it.
That's what I had to get out. I'm like, you don't have a dog in the fight.
A dog in the fight.
You crazy? Yeah, you can say it. Y'all crazy.
And that is really.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
I mean, but I like both sides. If somebody want to get in and roll their sleeves up to give their kid the best opportunity, I understand that part too. But this is really like one of the most unselfish type situations that, I started because I want to give girls opportunity.
And for Miss JoVanka.
You messed my name up.
I'm sorry. Guys, I've been calling her JoVanka. I spelled her name wrong. She been giving me hell ever since.
I'm going to give him some grace. No, I'm going to give you a grace.
She giving me grace. But let me just say that, only because I'm being nice to her right now.
Okay.
And I'm about to say this to her right now. She grassroots, you know what I mean? From coaching college basketball, high school, you still coach high school basketball, but
I do not.
Well, you'll be coaching soon somewhere, I'm sure. That's how that works. Anyway,
receive.
Yeah, she receiving that. So anyway, but we talking about.
We're gonna bring her back. We're gonna have that.
We're talking about grassroots though.
Yeah, we're gonna have the For the Love of Basketball show where she can really talk and elaborate,
on all that.
Yeah. Oh my God. We just get you blowing up the airwaves, young lady.
Yeah, she is. And my staff calling me. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to answer this.
Coach, go out on this right here.
Okay.
If you got something you want to get off your chest about AAU, something you want, let it fly. Because I might not have hit the question that you may, if it's the referees, if it's the crazy parents, any of that stuff, just you got you a good minute. Tell us what you want to talk about.
I'm just going to say that I consider everybody that you brought here are leaders, and I have a real high expectation on leaders. Leadership is hard, and that can apply to every company, organization, school system, school district. Leadership is hard, right. And I think it, at the end of the day, I think it requires integrity. Just like I feel like,
bingo,
Lando and Ava, we're running these organizations as leaders, and the level of integrity and ethics that it takes to be successful and to continue to have something to span over years, especially when you start involving kids and their future and their livelihood and their dreams. I think that we have to take leadership seriously. And I think that would probably be how, when people, again, I don't really care about much of what people think or say about me. I will say that I am a leader, and I want to always be respected as a leader. And I think no matter what you're leading, that it's important that you lead with integrity. So that's how I try to run my organization, lead in everything that I do. And I have, again, we have parents and different people who have interacted with me. You've interacted with me with your child plan for us. So if you're going to say anything about me, just you make sure that you include integrity.
Coach, we appreciate you. And
thank you for
me
having me.
Yes, promise that you
Enjoyed
will come
it.
back.
Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely.
We got another show for her.
Yeah,
You got another show for me?
Yeah.
You sure? You got to make sure you get
We
my
gonna post
name
the
right.
name.
I'm gonna let Jay
And
call your name.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna even call your name
Okay,
no more.
okay.
I'm gonna call you Miss Ward.
If you would cue that commercial,
I'm gonna call her Miss Ward.
Mr. Burks, Coach Burks, you're up next. Coach, we're going to take a picture right quick while this commercial going, in case you need to get out of here.
Hold on, man.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it. That was good.
Had a ball.
The TV screen. Hold on, what my hair look like?
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with
you
these
did my hair?
unbelievable
Asian Wayne?
melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T, we got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Birthdays of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W. This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T, we got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Birthday.
My brothers, what I'm looking for, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W. This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Feel the tea? We got 3 kids living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. We also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W.
Jameis Winston, J. Boo. We want to thank them young men, man, for. Did you get a chance to check that show out? With J. Boo?
I saw it.
Yeah.
That match when I liked the page that they one of the first ones I saw.
Man, I mean, heck of a show. Had another one of the Mylians out last Sunday, Mike Turner.
Oh yeah, Mike.
He burned up the airways.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy.
That's my dude.
Yeah. Mike a funny guy.
Birmingham. We got Mr. Orlando Burks.
Glad to be here.
Mike, hey Mike. I said he everywhere at the same damn time. I see a picture over here, Burks over here.
Like a musician.
Like 4 minutes apart.
Hey, keep that blood flowing. That's how you go.
Keep moving, man.
Keep moving.
Keep moving. Ain't no grass growing up under your feet.
Exactly. He looking good too.
Yeah.
My brother looking good.
Come, hey, just straight off the Tampa trip.
Oh yeah.
Y'all baptized some folks, boy.
Oh yeah, we do our, that's our part, our service, baptizing and bringing people closer to Jesus. That's what we do. That's what the makers do.
I talked to old Duckworth and Vince on
yeah, they was there.
Yeah, on the way down. I talked to Vince on the way down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you leave Dallas County, man. You leave 27. And then you in high school, of course you played football. You play basketball as well.
The crazy part about it, and I get asked this question all the time. I say, you play basketball at Selma? Because Selma High's a basketball hotbed. Keith, Selma High, Southside. Yeah. But I was a football, baseball guy.
Okay.
I played basketball in the yard.
Right.
Played basketball with my guys, but football and baseball was my two strong point.
Okay.
That's what I did.
So then you go on from high school to where? To which college?
I went to Alabama State originally.
Which state?
A lot of you don't know that, but yeah, I went to state, played football at state for a year. Things didn't work out. I was kind of wild and had to get my head together. Ended up coming to Miles College. Best move I could have ever made.
Okay.
That's why I met this guy.
Yes, sir.
Teammates.
Miles College, baby.
Yeah, it is.
We were teammates for 4 years, man.
Oh, what was your major out there?
Actually, communication.
Communication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Yeah, communication.
Okay. All right. So, you come on out of Miles College, Golden Bell. Now you in the Hall of Fame out there, right?
Yes, correct.
Look at you.
Excellent. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, made a little noise out there. Caught a couple passes.
Okay.
Touchdowns.
Okay.
I just gave you a round of applause. Oh, Marlin.
Yeah.
Golden Bell.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What was that first job out of school?
Actually, my first job out of school, believe it or not, was working with an organization called PEEN.
Okay.
That's Partners in Neighborhood Growth. Is the job dissolved, I guess, like about maybe 99, 01. That's been going for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my first job working with PEEN.
Okay. So after Ping, what is that? When did you get into like the recreational centers?
I came with Birmingham Parks and Rec in 1999.
99.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long time.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
How many different recs have you been at? Have you been at MLK the entire time?
No, actually, I started out at Roebuck Hawkins, but everybody know me from MLK because that's where we started building a relationship with the basketball. But I actually started at Roebuck Hawkins, and then I was at Fountain Heights for a minute, and then I was at Woollerwood. But most of my time has been at MLK.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw a name out. Coach Bill Harris.
Oh yeah.
Over at
my guy.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Yeah. I really thought about reaching out to him. I wouldn't mind having him. Bill, my guy. We used to talk a lot. He actually, when I was making that transition and taking my team to another level, that's what the main person I used to talk to a lot. I used to call Bill, and we used to have a lot of conversations on the phone about, hey, especially when the boys got older and got better and stuff. So yeah, I had to reach out to Bill a lot. Okay. He kept saying, I knew your face, but I didn't know who they kept saying. Oh, in Orlando, I didn't know your name. But I had heard your name a lot. Chip played over there for a hot second with the Storm.
Yeah.
So I kept like, yeah, man, Orlando O said it. Okay, so I finally figured it out. I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Now, one of the ads we ran, I put a picture there. I think you had a umpire uniform on.
Yeah.
What all activities do you do? I mean, you just tell the folks what all you do during the course of a week.
I do a lot. I umpire baseball. I run a women's volleyball league. I run a women's basketball league. I run a co-ed volleyball league.
Yeah, hold on, Mike.
I mean, hold on. Are you Jamaican?
But not only that, he said women's this, women's that. Well, go ahead, man.
Hey, and I do flag football. I used to do flag football, but they started getting a little too wild. So I let that flag football go.
Okay.
And then I run a youth basketball league as well called the Vulcan.
Okay.
Dang, what?
Yeah. Along with the job and along with running the Gators.
Oh yeah.
Man, get a man. Hey man, I'm gonna clap for you. I'm clapping right now. They clapping for you. They won't even stop.
When did you start the Gators?
I started the Gators in 2002. Yeah,
2002.
We've been around for a long time. I was telling somebody the other day, when we got started, basically, I was just always good with, you had Ping, you had PAT, you had Birmingham Parks and Rec. Right. You had all those different rec leagues around the city, so we was always playing in those leagues. So I was playing flag football and softball a lot back then, so I didn't really, I went on the AAU scene at the time. So I had some guys that were pretty good. And what happened, a guy came to me and said, hey, I want those guys to play AAU basketball for me. So I said, I'll talk to their parents or whatever. Right. And I told them, everybody got excited because they were like, travel basketball? Yeah, we'll play. And I asked them, I said, man, how everything going? They said, it's going good. We're the best players on the team. So I talked to the parents. They the best on the team, coach. They like, thank you. So we had the first tournament. They had their first tournament. I'm all excited. I call, how y'all do? We ain't getting the game. I said, but
so y'all the best on the team?
Y'all the best players on the team. So I reached out to the coach. I said, hey, coach, I'm just checking in. I ain't trying to tell you how to run your team or anything, but, you practically begged me for my boys. And they say they ain't, y'all played 3 games. They barely played. He said, well, coach, I got all those parents that paid. I said, so I was like, you came to me and wanted these boys. They didn't come to you. They didn't know anything about your team. They didn't know what AAU basketball was. Right. They just knew that it was something supposed to be special. And you came to them and said they ain't had to pay for anything, worry about nothing. Now it's a problem. I said, don't worry about it. They won't be back. So a good friend of mine is Kenny Beck. Shout out to Kenny. Kenny, man, we talk a lot, and he the one that really got me into travel ball. I said, Kenny, what do I need to do? Because his son was playing at the time. I said, how do I get into travel ball? Right. He gave me some names and told me to contact some people. And I basically took those guys and added a couple more guys from the neighborhood. And I started getting these little local tournaments. And really, and it might have been wrong, but it was really to find that team. I wanted to play them. And we ended up playing them, beating them by 30. And so, because I looked over and said, D, the same boy, you didn't want to play? Now he was looking crazy. Now the parents was looking crazy. So that's basically how I got started in travel ball. I said, this travel ball kind of cool.
What was the name of that team?
We was the MLK Gators.
No. That team that you sent them to.
I ain't gonna put them out there. They're not even existing anymore, but I don't want them to do that. Okay. I ain't gonna rub no feathers. I learned it to forgive and forget.
There you go. Look at you.
But I'll tell you one thing, the Gators still here. They not around anymore. That's one thing about it. We still here.
Hey, you can tell me off, man. Don't worry about it. Birmingham, that's Orlando Burks. Coach O. How many teams did you have when you first started out?
When I first started, I just had one team. I just had one team because I was still learning the ropes,
right.
And I didn't want to just jump out there. Then you'd be all over the place.
Right.
So I had one team, and I kept that team for 3 or 4 years, and then when they got by 8th grade, I let them go. And so a lot of people always come and say, "Man, Lando, you don't have a high school team." I said, "Well, at the time, I wasn't into it that deep,
right?
So my thing is, I was still playing flag football. I was still playing softball. Okay. So I was still doing stuff for myself.
Right.
So I would get the guys as far as I could take them, and then after 8th grade, I just try to make sure they go to good programs."
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I had that as a question. I'll go ahead and ask it now because that was the thing I kept hearing from a lot of, say, critics or detractors, because they weren't saying it like you took them as far as you could take them and you make sure they got somewhere good. It was, lost this one, lost that one, boom, boom. So and this is, I don't know you at the time. I hear his name. I said, damn, keep messing up. Who is this? I got to talk. I got to help him out.
Yeah.
So, so it's good to hear that part of it. I asked Coach Ward, I'm going to ask you. Back then, you said you had the parents that came to you, and this 2002. So you've been in this thing a minute.
Long time.
So, because I'm trying to figure out, we asked Mike last week when he first started teaching.
Mm-hmm.
He told me he worked the P with you.
Yeah.
So, how these parents are different from back then, say mid 2000s and now. How what would you say the difference in the parents and the kids?
Social media.
Okay.
It's the same question.
I mean, social media. Because they see more. Like when we had the kids when they were younger.
Yeah.
It was really pretty much me. It was just me, Kenny Beck. Then I had another guy named Darryl to help out.
Okay.
So I have when I first started out, I had just the neighborhood kids. My first couple of years of travel ball, it was just me and the boys from Kingston and Avondale. And we just went around the city playing everybody. And once I started expanding my program, the parents I would say this, they were more loyal. Okay. If they saw that you was committed to their child and they saw you was doing something positive, because when I got into this to get these kids something positive to do and to put them on the same platform as kids that could afford to play travel ball. A lot of these kids that I had from the inner city couldn't afford to play travel ball. So I went out and I had shout out to all my fraternity brothers that help out and donate money to help keep these guys going, and we would just go get in tournaments and play. We used to play in MLK jerseys I had with some Walmart shorts.
Wow.
We came a long ways now. But that's what the kids, and I never forget my kids always say, "Coach, why we don't have them kind of uniforms?" I said, just win.
That's it.
And just win.
Just win.
They did that. Those kids that was the forefathers that got this going, they still come back now and they smile. They come back and say, "Hey, I remember when we played. We ain't had uniforms like that."
Who is some of your give me some top names, man, came through the Gators, man?
Oh Lord. we didn't have some of the hot names now that people know now. You had Corsalim London, then won 2 back-to-back state championships at Hoover, Dwayne Brown. Those guys, Jeremy Fairley, they Fairley played with us, Austin Connor, TJ Connor. We got, oh my God, there's so many of them. Jacoby Harrison played. Marcel Darius played for him. He was a little kid.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Marcel actually was the first person to ever donate to the Gators as well.
Okay.
So we've had a lot of kids, man. We had
that 2020 class. I'm thinking Bob. I don't know who I was on the team, but I just remember Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Because Chip was playing on the team, and we would either play before them jokers or after them. So we got a chance to watch them. I don't know how we kept seeing them.
Yeah.
But or the little kid Blackman from Hoover, Jamari.
Yeah.
So we would see either see your team or his team.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they end up in a little championship together.
Yeah.
But that daggone Bob, man,
he was special.
That whole team, but it was just like if they, he kind of laid back and they got down. The last 4 minutes of, he gonna take over.
He gonna take over. The twins was on that team as well.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we've had so many talented kids come through here. And what a lot of people also don't realize, a lot of our kids were multi-sport athletes. So when a lot of people say, man, the Gators lose a lot of their kids in high school, but if they go and look on rosters, a lot of them playing college football. If you go back to Curtis White, his group, a lot when his son Cam, it's 6 boys off that team playing college football.
Wow.
Coach E, who was with me for a long time, that group he had, 5 of them play. You got one at Alabama State. You got one playing for Tennessee, Khalifa Keith. You got Davion at Arkansas.
Wow.
So you got, all those guys want to go play college football.
Right.
TJ was also on that team. Terry Connor. Him and the only 2 kids that played basketball.
Wow.
So and they had Troy State and Oklahoma Baptist. So a lot of our kids go play football. Like even with the group I had with Caleb White, you got QB Reese on that group going to Alabama football. You got Zedrick Power that was with that group going to Miles to play football. So you got Ethan going to Austin P to play. So all those guys were Gator boys from 3rd grade, like 7th, 8th grade, but they made a transition to football. Right. So we never really lost them. They just made that transition to the sport that was going to be for them.
Right.
So, they all playing college football.
Hey. Hey, man, that's the thing. Get to that next level.
That's what it's all about.
Fashion.
It's all about.
As Coach Ford said, get I'm looking at these pictures. Get that education paid for.
That's what it's all about.
All right, let me ask you this. I've jumped on some posts before where, and I want you to just tell me where you think it comes from, where, it's said ghetto, they this, they that, and I'm like, I felt the need to jump in because I'm like, you guys old, Coach Steve, Christina, they open their arms to my kids, and the kids were nothing but nice. The parents were nothing but out. I'm trying to figure out. Then I got a chance to meet you. I said, I've been knowing this joke. Where does it come from? Where the hate come from?
That was, what is crazy, and I guess the only thing I can think of is the fact that we based out of the Martin Luther King Recreation Center, which sits in Avondale in between Kingston, because for so many years, we've had so many parents that we've played against them, and they'll come and tell us, I should have brought my son over there, but I heard they told us y'all was ghetto or y'all was hood. What's hood about us? What's ghetto about us? I got a college degree. All my coaches got college degrees. I said, I got parents that stay in $200,000 and $300,000 houses. So we ghetto.
Right.
We don't fight. It's very rare do you hear about anything about it. You got all these organizations out here. How else do you hear about the Gators got to fight this weekend?
Wow.
The Gators out there fighting. We don't do that. I don't tolerate that. I have a 0 tolerance for that. If I got a coach that think that what he need to do, he can't coach for me. He got to go. I just don't believe in that. So it used to bother me, but after a while,
to me, man,
I didn't worry about it because I said they see us.
Right.
Where the ghetto at?
To me, and I'm like I'm an outsider looking into this whole thing because I'm learning a lot, man. This is one thing about this HSCU podcast that's been grateful for me is like, of course, me and you played football in college together, but I left and went back to Florida.
Yeah.
When I come back, man, I'm learning a whole lot from Jay and all the guests that comes in here. But what I'm hearing both of y'all say right now is like, because of where we are set, when I say we, I'm talking about you, where we are located, it is the perception that we're ghetto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because where we may be located. Man, to me that's just shameful, man. Even if it was, even if that was the case, man, we gotta stop hating on each other.
And that's
what I'm saying?
And that's the biggest thing. And like I tell people all the time, I say, I got kids from Hoover, I got kids from Huntsville come play with us.
Yeah.
So we get why they come from Huntsville.
Right. Yeah.
Hoover, Spain
That's a form of
Park.
self-hate,
I
man.
mean, Chip came from Spain Park.
Yeah.
I mean, we had his daughter play with us. So we got
And he
kids
rich.
come from everywhere.
We go buy no more chicken stuff.
hey, that black and gold wings, I go support him. But I mean, that was just it's a stereotype, so I don't let it get to me because I mean, they see our kids, they see our program, and we got so many great parents in our program that got real jobs.
Right.
So we don't get caught into the ghetto thing anymore.
I wanted you to be able to address it because, like I say,
Big ups, man.
I found myself. I said, let me step in there and put the little gate out there and let's eat. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
Man, you deal with them young ones. Talk about what's going on now with your program.
Right now, man, we're in a good situation. Actually, we partner with Team Carroll, so a lot of people be like, y'all still the Gators or y'all Team Carroll? We still see the Gators, our little boys, but my big boys, we partner with them, so we play up on the Team Carroll Adidas. And we had to do that because back to what you were saying, we were losing some of our better players because as they got older, they want to be on the shoe circuit. So even though we were going to good tournaments, they still want that cliche to say, I play with a Nike team, I play with an Adidas team or whatever. So we had to try to attach ourselves to something. So Team Carroll came, and so we put our boys up on there with them.
And Jay, how that work? I mean, I'm asking you too. Is it when you have like a team like Adidas or Nike, do they give y'all like shoes and stuff to play in?
Tell you something.
Maybe
I can speak on the Adidas side. Me and Ava was just talking about that. Well, a lot of people think when they hear shoe deal, it's not like it used to be. Back in the day, you got budgets. They kind of cut them down. So you got to still go out and raise money and find money to keep the boys because they're going to come expecting to play for free. So you got to be able to provide the shoes and the sweatsuits and the bag because that's what they're looking for.
Right.
So what we do, you got to go out and raise money. On our side, we go out and we do fundraisers. We go work Alabama games. Y'all probably see me there all the time working Alabama football games. That's what we do. We fundraise and find a way so we don't have to charge our boys the money that probably they really need to pay travel. Because travel ball is not cheap by no means.
I know.
And we go out and we bust the streets. We know we grind. We raise money. We have fundraisers. So we do to keep it. Because you have. When you get those certain kind of players and everybody start telling them how good they are, especially the high school coaches. Yeah. The high school coaches, when they got a kid as a star, they want to be able to say my kid play for a shoe team. So if they'll tell your kid, how you playing with them? Right. They not a shoe team, make us look good. So I mean it's tough. When they get high school, man, it's a lot of variables.
How's the relationship with these high school coaches? Because we've had all the top coaches in, and they some of them they spoke highly, and that they want to keep control of the situation, which you can understand that. But how's your relationship with the high school coaches?
Well, I have a good relationship with them. They forward over at Ford, Coach Ward, Coach Turner when he was at Woodlawn, Lane, he was at Miles with us. So, as far as me from a personal standpoint, I got a good relationship with all the high school coaches. I've heard people say, that high school coach don't want my kids playing there. I really hadn't had to deal with that too much because they say, they with Lando. Right. So, it's pretty cool because they know that I'm about the kids. They know I care about the kids. Right. They know I'm not trying to use the kids. Right. That's why I don't do a lot of attachment. That's why I don't get upset if a kid leave the league. Right. We're going to still be here. The Gators going to still be here. Yeah. We're going to still try to put the best product on the floor like Terry Connor. Our 2025 team will probably go down as one of the best teams to ever come through Alabama. Wow. But a lot of them went different directions over the course of the years, but Terry's still been able to maintain a winning team. Still been winning. Terry ain't stopped losing since he had that group. So, they juniors now. So it's tough. When you get to high school, they want more. Then they got more distractions, and then see now you got it's not even really about the parents. Got the parents in high school, they let the boys make decisions. Then you got to still deal with the high school coaches. Right. But as far as me though, I got a pretty good relationship with all the high school coaches, especially the inner city coaches. I don't really know a lot of the older mountain coaches too well, but the inner city coaches, we good.
Okay, good stuff. What would you say is the biggest rivalry organization. You know, when you know your boys gonna get up and they about to get up when you play them. Who is that? Who is that group?
Ava. I love her, but I mean, this is real.
Right.
The Gators, we got a strong program, so they going to get up for the Fusion. And we got a new one, the little boys now, Iron City. Yeah, our 7th grade team and 6th graders and 8th graders, they get up for Iron City. Our bigger boys, it would be the Fusion. And so it would be the Fusion.
Now, hopefully you and Ava got a chance to talk out there, because I know she said
man.
She needs somebody to take that middle school side of the program.
Yeah. I mean, me and Ava, like I said, like she said earlier, Ava started you to practice in my gym. So people think that because we got two of the stronger programs in the city that we like sibling rivals. But when I see Ava's nothing but love, because she doing what she got to do.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest problem in Birmingham. We got so many people who has nothing to do with nothing, but always got something to say. You see what I'm saying? They keep the Fusion because they want to have a feud there. They want to make a feud there. But
that's a good one. But nothing to do with nothing.
Exactly. I mean, nothing to do with nothing, but always got something to say. And half of them ain't never touched a ball in their life. Ain't never coached. Ain't never sat in the first chair. Ain't never put a program together. Don't know nothing about nothing, but got a lot to say. Empty wagon. So you know.
Wow.
That's a good way of putting it.
Because my thing is, that's why I don't bash other organizations. I'm all about just trying to make the Gators the best we can be.
Right.
It's all my passions when I see all my kids out there starting for all these middle school teams, all my kids starting for their high school teams. That's what it's all about. Seeing all of them graduate and be productive young black men.
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
That what it's all about at the end of the day.
Right.
That what it's all about.
Wow. Birmingham, that's Orlando Burks.
King Burke.
Man, you answered that for me. I asked Coach Ward this. What you want to say, you know, if there's anything you want to get off your chest, because this AAU thing is a crazy game. You know, I see some of the comments. One of the coaches said, "What about the other programs dogging the program to try to get the kids?" You know, you got, you know, promising this, promising that. What if you got anything you want to get off your chest?
I mean, I look at it like this: we all men, and we've all dated. You got two types of guys that date. You got guys that keep it real. If they like you, they gonna say what they gotta say to you. Right. Then you got the guys they gonna lie. Right. They gonna try to dog the next man out to get you. That don't last long.
Right.
But when you go to somebody the right way and say, "Hey, I ain't saying you're gonna get no scholarship. I ain't saying that, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna put you in position to be the best you can be and try to get the best out of you." Them kids will know to stay around. If they leave, they'll come back when they see that what's on the other side ain't what they thought it was gonna be because you fed them all them lies. So that's like guys some do they date. They feed you all these lies and tell you I'm gonna take you here and take you there, and then they don't do it. And now the female looking crazy when you had a dude that he ain't never lied to you about taking you to the Bahamas. He ain't never lied and say he gonna take you to the Essence Festival. He just said he just want to love you,
right.
and you still, but he want enough. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And you the same way. Well, they say we going to Texas. They say we going to California. Then when the season start, hey man, y'all, we ain't playing nowhere. We're right here in Birmingham. Well, we just came back from Chicago.
Right.
See, we don't brag about it, we just do it.
Right.
You know, and that's what you gotta respect. That's why I respect Ava and them. Ava don't brag. She let you know, you got clubs, right? How often do you hear a platinum commercial?
Right.
How often do you hear plum bar commercials?
Right.
They gonna still get their crowds,
right?
Cause they ain't built their reputation.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go out and flabbergasted to get them to come. They gonna come because of the reputation.
Right.
So
the brand, baby.
The brand is everything. Yeah. So that's why you ain't gotta say a lot. Just stand on your brand.
Yeah.
I stand on the Gator brand.
There you go.
2020.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we still here. That's why we still here, baby.
Birmingham. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Very funny,
man. I appreciate you. Like I said, I wanted to get you on. Man, that's good stuff.
Appreciate you guys having us and giving us a platform and speak our minds and stuff. Love this show.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Man, appreciate you, Burks.
Birmingham, that was Orlando Burks.
In the building.
Get a picture, baby.
Yeah, that was good, man.
So funny.
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T. We got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
It's tea time. Y'all turning up. I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. We also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W. This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T. We got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
It's tea time. Y'all turning up. I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W. This your boy Jameis Winston.
Be ham. We got the godmother. You know what? One of your former coaches said the Griselda of AAU basketball.
That sound about right. That sound like them. I can probably point to exactly who said it, but
yeah. Coach Ava.
Stay about 6 inches away. I'll bring it closer.
All right, I got you.
My bad.
Birmingham, we got the director of the Alabama Fusion, Coach Ava Herndon, in the building. Y'all been waiting all week for this. I've been looking at your views, so I see who y'all been checking. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Let's let the folks know a little bit about you before we get into this AAU talk.
Uh-oh.
You from here? You from Birmingham?
I'm from Birmingham, yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Shays Valley.
Shays Valley.
Class of a long time ago.
Okay.
She ain't gonna tell it.
So And I'm assuming you played a little basketball.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just barely.
Just
I
barely.
cheered for him though.
Okay.
You cheerleader?
No, I cheered for him on that bench.
On that bench?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you just love the game.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
My sister played at Shays Valley. She was really good.
Okay.
So it was just just trying to follow in her footsteps.
Okay.
Right.
That's awesome.
But just, I mean, to do what you doing, you like the game. You love the game.
You would think so, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's no, I actually do. I love what I do and I hate what I do.
Okay. All at the same time.
All at the same time.
Love and hate.
Coach, what you do now? I mean, what you do for a living? What you doing unless you CIA or FBI? Tell us what you do.
Almost. I work for the government.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I might not be able to get the answer out of you.
What part of government?
I work for Social Security Administration.
That's right. Oh yeah. Do not sell your Social Security. That's a big thing at one point in time. People selling those Social Security card numbers.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. Now I need to come back Monday.
How long you been over there?
See, now if I tell you that,
okay,
man, I can only imagine the laughter I'm getting from that question.
But she know one of our people though. I asked her already, but you had stepped out. She know George Green.
George over there. Yeah, I forgot about that.
She know George Green.
I started working at Social Security at 16 years old. 15 actually. Yeah, I worked for the Stay in School program.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was a program for college students. My boyfriend at the time in high school, his mom worked there. She got me on, and I worked there every summer. I actually went to work at 6 o'clock in the morning before school.
Wow.
Got off at 7:30. Went to school, went to practice, went back to work.
Wow.
So I mean, really, since 15 years old.
So that's been really your only job.
It's been my only job aside from work
Chick-fil-A.
study. No, I never. Nope. I work study in college.
Yeah.
I did leave and go to college, but I came back home every summer and worked at Social Security.
Where did you go out to school?
University of Alabama, Roll Tide.
Okay, Roll. I didn't know that Roll Tide. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So
What you majored in?
Healthcare management.
Okay, I'm tired.
And so are you doing anything with that, or just with Social Security? Okay.
No, I worked at Social Security. Actually, when I graduated college, I worked at Regions Bank for 3 years.
Okay.
I wanted to not work for Social Security, but I ended up back.
Wow.
She said, I'm trying not to work for y'all.
Comfort confines.
For sure, yeah.
I'm trying not to work for y'all.
Coach, tell me this. Clear up, well, just kind of walk me through your intro into AAU, how you got started. Because I hear the ice, I hear... I think you was telling me something about the Westchester.
My knucklehead little cousin, Nigel Ramsey, took him to try out for the Westchester Rockets. They had too many players. And shout out to Mike Pruitt, who gave him my start. He was just like, at the time, I can't even remember, it's been so long ago. But anyway, he was like, I got 5th and 6th graders or 6 and 7. I can't remember the ages. I think it was 5th and 6th. And he had a mixture.
Right.
And obviously, Westchester neighborhood in Forestdale, most of the kids came from there. At that time, Nigel lived in Forestdale, so he knew a lot of those kids.
Okay.
So asked me to take him over there. And Coach Pruitt was just like, he didn't have room for him. He said, I really wish I had somebody that could coach these younger kids. Why? Because his son was a year older. And Nigel was just like, she could do it. And went from there. I'm going to just say that. It just went from there.
Wow.
I absolutely had no idea what I was walking into. No idea that it'll be here right now, but here we are.
Wow. And this was when? What year was this?
A long time ago.
No, okay.
Let me just say this. That group, my first graduating class that I coached was 2009.
Okay. Wow.
I was fresh out of college.
Okay. 2009. So when did you go on? Did you create the ice, or is the ice already established? What's happening there?
So actually, we created it, but there was a team before called Alabama Ice.
Okay.
And when we kind of broke off from Westchester Rockets, we branded Birmingham Ice.
Birmingham Ice. Now, who was there with you? Because you sent me a picture. who was there in the beginning?
My sister.
That's your sister. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Me and my sister started coaching.
Oh, that gotta be nice.
Really? You think so? No. No. It was great. It was great until my sister got kind of tired of the politics of it. So
yeah, she's the older sister.
She's my older sister. Yes.
That's what's up.
Got an older sister and a younger brother. So.
All right, big ups to the older sister. What's her name?
Her government name is Amy. I know about Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki.
So, Coach, you go on. How many teams did y'all have at one point under the ice?
So when we first started, a lot of people don't know, but we had a 2008 team that one of my 2009 players' father coached.
Okay.
And guys like Sedana Wright, LaVenture Gray, known as Boss, like those guys actually played for that team and did really well.
Yeah.
But I focused. I had that 2009 group and I brought them all the way up, and that was me and my sister.
Okay.
And then I had one in 2010 that one of my best friends he coached, and then after that I started kind of just plugging in teams and finding people and just kind of went from there.
Okay. So, because you hit me with some names then. I didn't know Sedana and Boss was on. Okay. When does the situation with the ice goes to the fusion? When did that happen? The merge.
I'm bad with years and time frame, but the year before it happened, I probably talked to Jared Bartlett every other day.
Okay.
That's what a lot of people don't know, how we got here.
Now, now wait a minute. Who is that?
Jared Bartlett. Rest in peace, Jared Bartlett. Jared Bartlett was the director of the Alabama Challenge.
Okay.
So if you take it a step further back, Robert Shannon and I have always known each other. He was assistant coach with Steve Ward at Hayes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so, like we talked about when Coach Ward and Orlando was here, how we all been tied together early in what we were doing. Because like Lando
Coach
said,
talked about in his interview about coaching at Hayes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He coached at Hayes, and I would say that Eric coming out of middle school was highly recruited.
Okay.
And a lot of people trying to get him to whatever school, and Robert Shannon was on his coaching staff. Crazy enough, me and Rob laugh about this all the time. He actually quit coaching at Hayes because he was going to get Eric to play for the challenge for him. And Alabama rule, you can't play for your high school coach. So he quit coaching at Hayes.
Wow.
I'm sorry, so he could
coach him at AAU.
So he could take Eric from me and play AAU for the challenge. Yes. Yep.
Wow. So I got to go back and look at some old film. So Bledsoe was getting it done, huh?
Yeah, but he was also a leftover kid, man. And that's what people don't understand. Listen, I had a lot of kids that were blessed with growth spurts and just had a work ethic.
Right.
Man, nobody. We got blasted all the time.
Wow.
Shout out to Coach Mosley, girls coach at Ramsey, Ken Matthews. Those guys used to scrimmage us and kick our butts. Like those girls used to wear my boys out. And it's just like we started playing at the Y. We just built it. We just built it. And I think one of the coaches said one thing about it, loyalty was there.
Right.
So we were able to get better. More or less all local kids.
Right.
So we were able to get better.
Okay.
It's unheard of for AAU teams to practice these days.
That's true.
It's one of the hardest things to do.
Right.
We practice 3 or 4 times a week. Outside.
That's good.
Anywhere. Like anywhere we can. What? Outside more than that the first few years.
Wow. And I had how was that relationship? So you had been knowing Shannon for a while. Okay. Birmingham, that's Coach Ava. I'm gonna jump off script for a second. Favorite city to go and play an AAU tournament in? What's one of your favorite cities? Cause the next
That's a great question.
The next question is going to be about the restaurant. Because I was thinking about the time down in Augusta, I called you about the crab place. I'm like,
because if you know me, every city I play in, I got a restaurant.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you to go to.
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Memphis.
Okay.
One of my favorite restaurants is in Memphis.
What's the name? So
Flight Restaurant and Wine Bar.
Flight. Okay.
Yes.
All right, put that on my list.
Please do.
Okay. So Memphis and the Flight. Okay.
It's downtown.
Okay. What they serve there?
So the concept is you can order a flight of food. So they serve small plates.
Okay.
I mean, you can order entrees, but so basically I can go in and I can get 3 small plates, a steak, lobster, and a pasta dish per se.
Wow.
If I go order a salad, I can have 3 different types of salad, small plates.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Gotta check it
yeah,
out.
I am a foodie, so yeah.
I got you.
Flights.
So, we've talked to the 2 previous guests about the whole financial side of it, and you being the director of the Nike team here. What help the folks understand? Because everybody want to know, okay, why this kid, these folks said they had to pay for something. How does this thing work?
Well, I guess I'll go on record and say, first of all, Alabama Fusion is a fully sponsored Nike program.
Okay.
So let me say that. And I think this EYCL league has misguided some people.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's a league of this year, 2014, 17U. And it is a league where a lot of the teams have to pay to play on that platform. But I repeat, Alabama Fusion is a fully sponsored Nike program, and we don't fall under that umbrella.
Okay.
So help me understand what fully sponsored means.
That means, and let me go on record and say, most teams, I don't care what circuit it is, when you say you're sponsored, that means your oldest group. That means you're 17U.
Okay.
But I'm going to speak for my organization. My 15, 16, and 17, we don't charge fees.
Okay. So now, to be in a situation not to have to charge fees, is that you got corporate sponsors, you got folks, giving what's going on there?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Nah, it's a mixture of both, man.
Congrats.
Let me say this. When we first came on board, I'm going to give a huge shout out. I mean, obviously, I went from Birmingham Ice to Bledsoe Ice to Alabama Fusion.
Okay.
So I could have not done any of this without Eric Bledsoe.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take it a step further. A individual that never played a minute of basketball for me, DeMarcus Cousins. And, shout out to those 2 guys to kind of get us started and see the vision and get us in the right direction.
Okay.
So, I think those have easily been the 2 biggest contributors to what I've tried to make happen with this program.
We posted a picture where it was you, Shannon, Eric, and
Devin Booker.
Yeah. So now, what was Booker's connection to the organization?
He played for the Alabama Challenge.
Okay.
So he played for Robert Shannon. And at that time,
he lived in Mississippi.
He lived in Mississippi.
Okay.
He moved from Michigan to Mississippi.
Wow.
And he played for Rob.
Okay.
And at that time, they were teammates with the Phoenix Suns.
Really? Okay. So was he instrumental in any kind of donation or anything like that?
From my understanding, yes.
Okay. I got you. Now, what do you say to this right here? The top players in the state of Alabama, we can't keep our top players on our teams. What do you say there?
I mean, social media. Look, I have no problem with people doing what they feel like is best for their kids. But we're in an age where I wake up every day and I go to work. but I'm at home. If I look in my refrigerator and I don't have milk, I go online. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I need an outfit to wear, I go online. So we're in an age where if somebody want to play, they go online.
Okay.
I mean, that's how we live now. I'm not big into that.
Right.
I want those guys that want to be a part of the brand.
Right.
So keeping top players is a priority, but it has to be a priority for the masses of our state. And at the end of the day, like I said, I want who wants to be here.
Right.
So, man, kudos to anybody that can do things, play ball, wherever, and it some kind of way change the dynamics of their family.
Right.
That's fine. But with that being said, I'm gonna shout out my 17U for being guys that want to be here, and everybody left for dead.
Wow.
And went 14-1. Like, so many people ran away from this 2025 team. So many people.
Wow.
Because it didn't fit, or it didn't look like what they wanted it to look like for their child, and I absolutely understand that.
Right.
Because you best believe I'm doing what's best for mine.
Right.
But that coaching staff and those kids, like what they did this year, and I'm hard, so I never congratulate them. You know, so, you know, I have this moment, so let me do that. Like, what they did with nobody expected them to do, and nobody had faith in what we had left to get it done. Left to get it done.
I hear you, Coach.
And all of them, you know, some of them maybe, you know, looked the other way and tried to test some waters because of bad advice.
Wow.
But, you know, here we are. And, you know, hopefully this week we can continue to trend and keep winning games.
What's going on this week? That's why that's Birmingham. That's why we having this show. What's going on this week, Coach?
Well, we had an opportunity to play in Augusta and Peach Jam, and I think that if you know anything about travel basketball, you know that's probably the most prestigious tournament to play in.
Right.
And you know, we haven't played since that 2020 group. I think Kobe Jones, Mark Sears, J.D. Davison. You know, those are names that people know.
Right.
But it's also a lot of names that the same thing what we dealing with now. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna play for the brand, and we gonna see what we can get done.
Right.
So
Birmingham, that's Coach Ava. So speak on some of those names and just some of the names that have come through the program. I mean, it's numerous, but
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And you mean the Fusion or the Ice or just
both?
It's so many, and if I get to calling names, man, I get in trouble. It's so many.
Wow.
And like, I mean, even in the NFL, it's so many. Like, I've truly been blessed for
being volunteered to coach your nephew.
for being volunteer, and most importantly, for parents trusting the process. You know.
Wow. What type of because you hear, well, they only practice it like you said. You know, it's hard for folks to actually practice these days. So, is there any time or energy spent on development? Or you taking them as they come? What's going on there?
That's a great question. So this year was my year to try to incorporate more development than that. But these folks don't want to practice, man. They don't want to. It's. We live in a microwave society. Like, we just want what we want right now. Like,
I don't understand that.
The only time now, if you set up some cameras, you put this in there and let them practice, and everybody can see it. Oh, they going. We going.
Coach,
Because I'm like,
Coach ain't pretty careful.
Listen, I used to work the heck out of mine, so I don't understand these kids. Like, we were talking off behind, earlier. That's something that I can't fathom.
Me either, but that's why I keep. People don't like it, but that's why I keep the young guys around, my coaches, and they try to mold me into understanding the new way, the new waves, and all of that.
Well, I think it's important that you have them youngsters there, so even if you don't understand it, as long as they get it.
As long as they get it.
Yeah, don't force it on me. Y'all get it? Okay, got it.
Coach Jones said, tell them to sit down and eat a bowl of peaches.
Shout out to Coach Jones, man. I mean, it's people like Coach Jones that I still do this.
Yeah,
I still do this because it's one thing about players and seeing their growth and development, but young coaches that have coached in my program and to see them be coaches at high schools and stuff, that's just as rewarding, if not more.
And that's an interesting side. Like we had, like I said last week, we had Mike Turner, and that's what he actually said, that the development. He watched the kids go from freshmen not knowing their way around the school to graduate, but also some of his teachers, first year teachers, second year teachers, that he's now getting counseling jobs or AP jobs.
Definitely, yeah.
So that's you've seen all of that matriculation
for sure. And I probably put a little bit more into that than I do the kids, because they're the ones that's pouring into the kids a little bit more, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay. I was asked to ask you about Coach Groom.
Best GM in the city, baby.
And
he make my job so easy. Oh man, he made me look good.
And a trip to Orlando.
Man, listen. Why would somebody ask you about that? I wouldn't do my man Groom. That man got to go to work.
Okay. So I don't know the story, so I understand.
And I could ask Coach Shad, Coach Jones, Coach Smith. There's a lot of them in there. They can't put it all on Groom. We can go out the way to Mobile. Coach Kervin Lane, man. There's been a lot of them. It's a lot of people that was in that room that night.
Don't even worry about it. You can tell me later.
It's a lot of people in that room that night, man. But that was probably, I think, from parents, coaches, that was a night. And it was almost I don't even know how many games we won or lost that weekend, but what we did as an organization is we became family, man. Wow. And that's what it's about.
Right. Coach, I asked the other two guests this too, and I think I know the answer. How do you manage expectations? You got the elite, and like I said, I've seen kids leave a team in a tournament and play on another team the same weekend. How do you manage expectations, bringing in pretty much every high school team best player, and now they got to interact with each other? Say you got one that's averaging this, but over here, he may not be averaging that. And, the parent, you got to talk to the parents. You got to talk to, how do you handle that type of situation? Managing expectations.
Well, I think.
Realistic expectations.
Yeah, so for me, I think it's more or less just defining your brand. And you need to come in and give to the brand. Right. And one of the things my coach said to the team today after practice, and he said at this point, and that's where we are in this year. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're facing our final tournament, final weekend for a lot of kids, their final chance to impress coaches. And now it's about them.
Right.
So much they've given to the fusion.
Right.
But now it's time to set yourself apart.
Wow.
So, and I think that the expectations are, you bring in all these different personalities. You bring in, like you said, these top players. But how that's what they do in college, right?
Right.
So now you have to teach them how to coexist. And I think that's the biggest part of it, just making them understand that, hey, now you have to play for somebody else. It's not about your 20, 30 a night. It's about how hard you defend with your 8.
Right.
You know? So
right. Have you had that one player? I know Cam Woods. It comes to my mind, Kobe Jones. That you saying coexist with your other 7 or 8, but that hey, if we need a bucket, 4 flat, let's go. Who are some of those players that come to your mind that just could go get it?
So let me go back to when I was coaching. It was more or less who's gonna make the right decision for the go get it play.
Okay.
I was more impressed with that person.
Right.
I mean, if we sit here and we talk about a pro in Eric Bledsoe, he could absolutely go get any bucket on the court that he wanted.
Wow.
But could he do that as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior? Not all the time.
Okay.
Because it was about what's going on for the team,
right.
Right. So, but just get out the way and go get me a bucket. It's been a lot, man. It's been so many. But I don't think I've ever coached that way. But yeah, I mean, and you mentioned Cam. Cam played with us. He ended up not finishing with us, but yeah, he can go. He could have got a bucket. But in the same light, that 2020 class, just about everybody on that team, man.
Okay.
I mean, Mark Sears, who I think we've all seen now at Alabama.
Right.
But he did it at Ohio.
What were your thoughts there? You watched this kid, and then you like, man, I don't know who. I can't remember. I'm hoping it wasn't Avery that didn't, that was recruiting. He would have been recruiting him, or should have been recruiting him at that time. Was it him?
Man, don't let me speak on recruiting. A lot of our kids get looked over, man, but I don't know who was there.
Absolutely killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was right here in your state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, he left his senior year.
Oh, he did. Where did he go?
Mark went to Hargrave.
Okay.
And from Hargrave to Ohio.
Wow. And it was a white kid on that team. Also, I can't remember his name.
Tommy Murray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's pretty. That team. Because I'm trying to see. That year, it would have been Chip's 8th grade year. It was the Made 8. But we went and watched some team. I had to ask him who I was on that team, but they all got a chance to take pictures with KD, Malik Monk. I think it just turned turned pro.
Right.
So that was a tremendous.
Was it Keyshawn Murphy, that group? Was it them?
Well, Key and Chip, they were all in the same
class. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'll think about it. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts? What's some of the just the things that just burns you up about AAU ball right
now? Unrealistic expectations.
Okay.
The lack of loyalty.
That would be my first one. That would be my first one.
Man, that's a lot of good ones.
And so I'm gonna use this word, but I don't like this word. I had this conversation the other night. I'm saying it. The hate, but what I mean is the downplaying of other organizations, and when we're all
should be trying to do the same thing.
But are we?
Wow.
Are we trying to do the same thing?
Should be, but
yeah.
Shameful.
So, the lack of loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an example. I mean, give me an example of that.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. I mean, you have a kid. You've put them in a great position. They're getting nationally recognized. And they go after greener grass. And again,
is that the kid or the parent?
It's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, and I say that because, like I said earlier, as a parent, you're going to do the best for your child, right?
Right.
And what's best for your child is being able to financially sustain your child, right?
Right.
However that may come.
Right.
All right? As a child, just like I told you, we can do everything online. So it's so much access to these kids now.
Mm-hmm.
I hear this all the time. I see this all the time. See, I don't sit up. This isn't. I mean, you had to talk me into doing this, but
right.
This doesn't. In my mind, although it does, I had a lot of people that try to explain to me why it does.
Yeah.
But this doesn't. Like, I'm about the real work.
Mm.
I'm not like, if I sit up and this microphone isn't gonna get this kid in school.
Mm. Mm.
If I sit up on Twitter and Facebook, I mean, I could put some stuff out about a kid.
Right.
But guess what? Guess what I've been doing the whole time I've been in there? Taking calls from coaches. Like, talking about the real thing. Because they ain't looking at my Facebook posts about my 6'7" wing.
Right.
They call it, like, it's the real work.
Right.
You know? Like, so I say that because the access, and man, back in the day when Jared Bartlett ran the Nike program, nobody could come in and take kids out the state. Well, you're right. But when Jared Bartlett ran the Nike program, nobody could Instagram the kids either.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just sat here and told you, Robert Shannon, and he'll tell you, he stopped coaching his high school job because he was going to get Eric Bledsoe to play for Alabama Challenge.
Wow. And got Booker from Mississippi.
Right. But at the end of the day, that didn't happen because of the loyalty piece. DeMarcus Cousins never played for me because he was loyal to Danny Pritchett.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, right. and all of us was cool.
Right.
We didn't have to worry about that.
Right.
It wasn't. Me and Danny used to talk all the time. It's like, hey, let's figure out a weekend we can put our best guys together and go do this. But Danny Pritchett got his own Nike contract with his own team, with his own players.
Right.
I mean, ain't nobody else do it for him.
Wow. Birmingham, that's Coach Ava. Coach, EYBL versus just regular AAU. One of your coaches sent me that and said, ask you that. What's the difference? Because it's what I think he was saying, like, I don't think some of you teams really know what is
parents,
like.
High school coaches. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, you're going to see me come out and watch my kids play in a high school game.
Okay.
All right? So for a high school coach, I'm looking at it like this. Like, if you are going to tell your kid not to play for us because we're not sponsored or whatever the case may be, you don't even understand the dynamics of it.
Do you take the time to talk and explain that to these coaches?
I will. But in most cases, the deal is done.
Okay.
So, but I'm very open.
Do you think this 2025 class has gotten some folks' eyeballs back? I'm talking about people in the state gotten some eyeballs back on Alabama Fusion and staying at home. You know, coming back home.
From a recruiting standpoint is what I'm concerned with.
Okay.
Okay, and not to discredit, but from a recruiting standpoint, yes.
Okay.
From a Alabama players, parents, coaches, I don't know. And if I hope so. Okay. Let's say that.
Okay.
If I hope so.
Okay.
I hope it has opened up the eyes to say that it can be done here. Let's just say that.
Okay. Birmingham, that's Coach Ava. Coach, I'm going to let you out of here on this. Anything you want to say, tell us what you guys expecting to do this weekend, or this week rather, down in Augusta. When you guys leaving, how anybody want to support or anything like that. Just, feel free, look in the camera and tell them.
Well, we will be leaving out, I think, on Wednesday. So we can get in the city and get some practicing in, get some chemistry in. We'll play our first game Friday night. You could always support. You want to buy the kids a meal or anything. Mm-hmm. Cash App Alabama Fusion.
Okay. Yeah. One of you coaches drop that in the comments.
But most importantly,
absolutely,
prayers, safe travels, health for these guys. Okay. Man, we our last session we finished with 6 kids.
Wow.
And obviously the most important session, because that's the one we needed to qualify.
Yeah, y'all got it done.
We got it done.
What are some of the places y'all gonna be going this year?
Well, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, but Peach Jam is this.
Okay. What's some of the places y'all went already?
Memphis. We had our first session was in Memphis.
That's why you know about that flight. No, that's.
Hey, I'm going to flight with or without basketball.
Yeah. Flight, I'm on the way.
Right. Indianapolis, and Kansas City, Cartersville.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Coach, you said Cash App and the health of the team.
Definitely. Prayers for safe travels, health of the team, and just staying healthy and being able to play at our best ability.
This week, do you have your full complement of players? Are you still down numbers or what?
We have our full complement of players.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much healthy going into this thing. I think we've added a couple of pieces that's gonna help us out.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna be all right.
Well, we're gonna be checking. I told Mr. Farrell I might drive down.
Come on.
I got a friend down there at Augusta, so we might just pop up.
I hope you do, cause man, they be taxing for them rooms. Jeez.
Wow. Birmingham, that was Coach Ava. Mike, you've learned a lot, my brother.
Hey man, so I've been educated, man. Blessed to have Ms. Ava in here and the rest of the guests. But it's been educational, man. Just learning about AAU basketball in the state of Alabama, man.
Yeah. Very good show. Okay, and Coach Groom put in there $$ Alabama Fusion. And I'm gonna definitely send something for the
appreciate
for the organization. That. Yes, ma'am.
Jay, you're such a good guy.
Hey,
don't leave him out there in the cold now. Don't leave him in the cold.
Yeah, don't let me do it by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something next year.
All right, well, 2026 coaches and players, y'all heard that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Heard it from me first.
Birmingham, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We got a lot of comments. We sure appreciate y'all being interactive. This has been a good one.
Man, it's been a great one. It's been more than good.
Yeah. Coach, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And good luck. Hey, like I said, we'll be pulling for you guys. I'm going to go and do it while I do it while it's on my mind.
Appreciate it.
So, Mike, take us on out of here, Doc.
Well, man, all right. So, guys, make sure y'all, like I told Ms. Ava, I said, Ms. Ava, make sure you following us. In Orlando Burt, I'm going to be checking the notifications to make sure you following us. Ms. Ward, JoVanka Ward.
Said it right that time.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to make sure you following us on social media platforms, too. Make sure, hey, man, but seriously, though, Guys, man, we appreciate y'all. We need you guys to go to YouTube. Go like us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. HSCU podcast on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, of course, and Twitter. Make sure you go like us, man, because it means a lot. And what happens when y'all like us, it gives us the ability to show, potential people who gonna invest in us that you guys are liking what we do here. And again, this is more or less for you guys, not us. It's for the coaches, definitely for the players and the family. So y'all make sure y'all go like HSCU podcast, please. All right. So with that being said, man, we out of here. Love, peace, hair grease, and all that good stuff. And like I said, if you don't go like us now, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Good stuff.
All right, man. Thank y'all. Miss Ava, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And we really appreciate you for coming in and dropping that on us, okay? We out of here, man.
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T, we got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me sing. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W.
Man, we're finally here. 3 years in the making, we finally here.
I didn't even know the major was. Like, man, we ran the city. You know what I mean? We ran the city.
No, that's fair.
Right.
I mean, I was proud of that. We weren't close to make the city.
Nah.
By the dean of high school basketball coaches.
The dean.
I ain't care nothing about Jack, though.
Told the young lady, I said, he definitely married up. You're 27, is that correct?
So it hurt because I'm human.
Yeah.
Right?
Rightfully so.
But I'm gonna give you more to hate. Just stay tuned.
You gonna get your first one tonight. Give me the rock. Right, we're gonna stop and get some chicken.
Right.
So we laugh about that. You ride with me, gonna get that chicken.
Yeah, right. Did you ever heard that story that the scouts were coming?
Came to
see him.
And saw Willie Mays.
Yeah, come on Wednesday to catch me.
Team they went to, we don't beat them 4 out of 5 times, so maybe they'll help them out.
Thompson is overtaking Hoop. There's no question that Thompson is taking over.
They got the best blacks.